Hey guys, welcome back to today's video. It is April 2nd of 2026. I got up a little bit late today, about 30 minutes after market open. Completely exhausted from yesterday. But regardless, I didn't trade today again. I'm mostly paper trading right now with this new absorption confirmation entry. But I kind of wanted to go over what happened. Overall, I'm still looking for shorts. Now, I saw this counter trend area or counter trend trade later in the session and just kind of marked it out just to show you, the entry model. But I'm gonna mark out this 1 hour order block. Essentially, we grabbed 4-hour liquidity from here, and so we could start to look for a shift. Now, the only thing I don't like is that the fact that we popped right back into a bearish confluence. So really, because of the space and the gap between this 4-hour liquidity and the 1-hour order block where I would look for shorts again, are so small, I probably wouldn't have traded this setup, and I don't really like to counter trend. But regardless, we do have a pre-fractal break here. So this happened around 6 in the morning. Second break, our third break, we ended up grabbing liquidity right here. In terms of absorption, I don't think it's very clean. I don't really like, we do see sellers being really aggressive here and a good amount of absorption right here. Lots of contracts being executed, not rewarded. And then we see initiation from the buyers, and then we retest that initiation. Now, one thing to note is I don't know if I want to consider initiation within the same candle as absorption, right? But let's say that is the case, then we're basically retesting these buyers. They're defending this level right here. Let's just say we get in on a more conservative entry, like somewhere like here. Stops probably below here, and we would have targeted at least this high, so the 40s up here, right? That's a healthy 4R. If you really wanted to target the 1-hour liquidity, we can go all the way out to the 50s. Now, this is a lot easier in hindsight, of course, but that would be the counter trend sell, or counter trend buy. So one thing for me to note for myself is, do I want to consider initiation within the same candle that was absorbed? So absorbed and then initiation, does that actually count as initiation? If we move on up, we pumped huge amounts of buying into the market later throughout the session, around like 8:20. And from here, we jumped into a 1-hour order block. And so I just simply looked for breaks to the downside. Now, the first setup here, we have a break, we have liquidity grab. This is the order block that we're respecting. And so if I go over to the same area, this is it right here. This one really depends on how I would have managed my trade in terms of the risk management, because we do see absorption. We see initiation, right? Even the delta, it flips. And then we retest these sellers. So this whole kind of area, buyers hop back in, they get absorbed. Sellers are defending that level. Let's just say we get in right here. It depends where I put my stop loss. I probably would have put it right there and targeted down here. This is about a 3R. It's not bad. It reached the highest potential of almost halfway there. So I would say, again, I'm still working on how to manage my risk. I want to trail based off of participants. So in this case, I don't know if I would have trailed yet because I don't really see a lot of aggressive selling coming in. I just see sellers getting absorbed. And that might have made me just cut the position. But so that's one thing to note. Now, there is a second entry, right? We still respect the same order block as the wick transfers, and we grab the liquidity from up here. This one's a bit cleaner because you can see buyers getting absorbed, aggressive buying coming in, and then the delta flips again, right? So sellers come in, and there's probably, again, I'd like to get my hands on a heat map eventually to see if there are orders, passive orders sitting here. Maybe sellers are reloading their positions in general. But let's just say, again, this is the absorption that we see. We see buyers initiate, come into the market, they step up. We retest the initiation, we get in, stops above the high, or even if you want to be a bit more aggressive right here. Aggressive like stop would be like above the wick. So let's just put it up here for now. We would target most likely this low down here, 65.86. So the same low for a total of 6R. We are, like, even right now, I would probably be out already. I would have probably trailed to here at the 600s for 2R. At this point, I'm trailing down probably to a 3R. Or honestly, after these aggressive sellers, I might have been already stopped out. I might have trailed for like a 4R here. Something like that. Yeah, as you can see, buyers are, they're ripping back up. Yeah, so a couple of things to note for myself for this session is, do I want to count absorption and initiation within the same candle, or do I want to wait? So far, what I've seen in the last couple of days, it seems to work better, or it's more clear in my head when I see absorption and then initiation and then a retest. And then the other thing to work on is how to manage my risk and manage my trade. But that is all I have for you guys today. And I don't know, I won't be trading tomorrow. It's Good Friday. I don't even know if the markets will be open. I don't think so. If they are, it'll be for a very short amount of time. Plus, I also have to open my store tomorrow for work. So I will do a market recap, but no trades will be executed tomorrow. We'll see you next time.